So as you know, the current Conservative government has voiced its criticism towards Sri Lankan and its handling of human rights. What do you think the further action should be done so that Canada can maybe put pressure towards Sri Lanka to give Tamils rights and make them citizens, not just second-class subjects?
Well, I think there's a couple of aspects to look at it. First one is to make sure that we are doing everything we can to continue to promote opportunities for Tamils around the world. And I think Canada has been a wonderful place for the Tamil community to settle and to flourish. But I'm very concerned with the movement against refugees that this government is doing. I mean, there's no question that ideally you want to make sure that there are no more refugees, and that ultimately is how you prevent the need for risking dangerous ocean crossings, for example. But this government pushing against refugees is not exactly the right emphasis for me. I think, as you say, there have been some initial attempts to put pressure on the Sinhalese government and the Sri Lankan government, but there needs to be done more. And we have to walk a very careful tightrope between making sure that we're very clear about our expectations and the punishments we're willing to impose and the sanctions we're willing to impose, and continuing to understand that through engaging with them and through modeling better relationships and demanding things as partners and not just as antagonists is the way we're going to move forward in society.
Now, you spoke of sanctions. What type of sanctions do you think? Because, for example, the IMF approved a loan to Sri Lanka, and it's a body of the UN, but at the same time, the UN has voiced criticism against Sri Lanka.
Well, I mean, one of the things that we have to talk about is political will to do it. I mean, there are so many different levels, whether it be multinationals, whether it be different bodies of international governance related or not to the UN, or organizations like the Commonwealth. I mean, there needs to be a stronger place put on how we make decisions based on human rights abuses. It's not okay that we support leaders in any country around the world that are oppressing their people, but we support them because they provide stability and they give us oil, for example, as we see in many parts of the world. I mean, there has to be a new consciousness taken in the 21st century that says, no, we're not giving people a free pass just because they're nice to us. They also need to be nice to their citizens.
Dernière question. Qu'est-ce que vous pensez à une solution pour les peuples de Sri Lanka, les Tamils? Parce que maintenant, quand j'ai dit, ils sont pas les citoyens de Sri Lanka. Qu'est-ce que vous pensez une solution pour ça?
Ben écoute, moi je suis quelqu'un qui connaît la dynamique d'un peuple qui ne se trouve pas le bienvenu dans son propre pays. On a vécu longtemps avec mon identité québécoise étant un petit peu à l'écart de l'identité canadienne, et le succès qu'on a eu pendant les dernières décennies depuis la Révolution tranquille, ça a été de comprendre que le Canada a été amélioré d'énormes façons et créé d'une certaine façon par les Canadiens français qui sont devenus les Québécois. Alors de reconnaître la nécessité culturelle de ces deux peuples qui vivent ensemble a donné une richesse extrême et énorme au niveau culturel et même au niveau économique pour notre pays. Et je pense que de regarder un petit peu plus un modèle où on reconnaîtrait qu'il y a une identité tamoule qui peut être en même temps un Sri Lankais et avoir un pays qui ne se divise pas mais qui s'unit, pour moi c'est la grande solution.
Merci, M. Trudeau, c'est un plaisir.
Ça me fait plaisir.